What happens to your body when you put onion on your feet before sleep? Okay, I need to tell you something. If someone had told me 5 years ago to put onion slices in my socks before bed, I would have laughed in their face. Honestly, I would have thought they lost their mind. But then something happened. I was visiting my aunt in the countryside. She's 82 years old, sharp as a tack, and still gardens every single day. One evening, I was complaining about this cold I couldn't shake. Stuffy nose, scratchy throat, that heavy feeling in your chest. You know the one. She didn't say much. She just walked to the kitchen, grabbed an onion, sliced it up, and handed me 2 pieces. "Put these in your socks tonight," she said. "Trust me." Now, I'm a skeptic by nature, but I was also desperate, so I did it. And what happened the next morning changed how I think about these old remedies forever. I woke up breathing clearly for the first time in a week. My throat didn't hurt, and I had this strange feeling of lightness, like something heavy had been lifted from my body. Was it the onion? Was it a coincidence? Was it just a good night's sleep? I didn't know, but I started digging, and what I found surprised me. So let me share with you what I've learned. Not as a doctor, because I'm not one, but as someone who went down this rabbit hole and came back with some fascinating information. Here's the thing about your feet that most people don't realize. The bottom of your foot is not like regular skin. It's actually more like a sponge. There are over 7,000 nerve endings packed into that small space. 7,000. That's more than almost anywhere else on your body. Ancient healers figured this out thousands of years ago. In Chinese medicine, they mapped these points and called them meridians. In India, Ayurvedic practitioners identified similar pathways. Different cultures, different names, same discovery. And modern science? Well, it's catching up. We now know that the skin on your feet has no sebaceous glands. That means no oil barrier. Substances can pass through more easily here than through the skin on your arm or your back. This is why nicotine patches work. This is why some pain medications come as foot patches. Your feet are like a back door into your bloodstream. Now, imagine placing something as powerful as an onion against that back door, all night long, while your body is in its natural repair mode. That's where things get interesting. You see, an onion isn't just a vegetable you throw in your soup. When you cut into an onion, you're releasing some of the most potent natural compounds on the planet. That smell that makes your eyes water? That's sulfur being released, and sulfur is one of nature's most important cleansing minerals. When these compounds meet the absorbent surface of your feet, something beautiful happens. They begin to travel, slowly, gently, through those thousands of nerve pathways, supporting your body's natural nighttime cleaning process. I like to think of it as giving your body a gentle nudge in the right direction while you sleep. But here's where I want to be honest with you. Some people claim that if your onion turns dark or black by morning, it means toxins were pulled from your body. You might see this on social media, pictures of blackened onion slices with captions about detox proof. The truth? That darkening is mostly oxidation. The same thing happens when you leave a cut apple on the counter. It turns brown. The onion reacts with air and changes color. Does that mean nothing happened? Not at all. It just means the color change isn't your measuring stick. The real measure is simpler. How do you feel when you wake up? And that's what I want you to pay attention to. Now, let me tell you about what many people experience. And I want to be careful here. I'm not making medical claims. I'm sharing observations and traditional knowledge that has been passed down for generations. The first thing most people notice is how they sleep. You might think the smell would keep you awake. That's what I thought too. But strangely, it's often the opposite. When you place that onion slice against the arch of your foot, you're making contact with thousands of nerve endings. Traditional reflexology teaches that this area connects to your whole body. It's like pressing a reset button. There's something grounding about it. Your body seems to shift from that alert, stressed state into a deeper, calmer mode. Some people describe it as a biological sigh of relief, like your nervous system finally gets permission to relax. And when you sleep more deeply, everything works better. Your body repairs more efficiently. Your mind processes the day. You wake up feeling like sleep actually did something for you, instead of just passing time. But the benefits don't stop at sleep. They ripple outward. This is where the old folk wisdom gets really interesting. For centuries, families used onions as their first defense when sickness came knocking. During the Great Plagues in Europe, people hung onions in their doorways. Some historians note that homes with onions seem to fare better. Now, we can't prove cause and effect from history, but we can look at what we know about onions today. Onions contain natural compounds that are antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal, all three. When you're sleeping with onion against your skin for 8 hours, these compounds have time to do their gentle work. Think about what happens when you feel a cold coming on. That scratchy throat, that stuffiness is building in your sinuses. Your body is trying to fight something off. Now, imagine giving it support while you sleep. The sulfur compounds potentially help your natural defenses. The gentle vapors rising from the onion, even through your socks, reach your airways and help thin what's stuck there. By morning, many people report breathing easier. That heavy feeling in the chest seems lighter. The throat feels less raw. Is it a cure? No, I would never claim that. But is it support? That's what generations of grandmothers believed, and maybe they knew something we forgot. Speaking of what grandmothers knew, let me tell you about something fascinating. As we get older, we all deal with stiffness, achy joints, fingers that don't bend as easily as they used to, knees that protest when we climb stairs. This is inflammation doing its slow, steady work on our bodies. Onions are naturally anti-inflammatory. The same sulfur compounds that make them so pungent also help calm irritation in the body. When you apply onion to your feet overnight, you're allowing these compounds to circulate while you rest. Some people notice less morning stiffness after sleeping this way. Their joints feel more cooperative. The creaking seems softer. Again, I'm not saying throw away your medications. Please don't do that. But this is a supportive practice, something gentle you can add to your routine. And it costs almost nothing. This reminds me of something my aunt told me. She said, "The body wants to heal itself. Sometimes we just need to stop getting in the way and give it the right support." I think about that a lot. Now, let me walk you through exactly how to do this. And I'll weave it in here because it's simple, and you should know as we go. You take an onion. Red or white both work fine. Red has a bit more antioxidant power. White is traditionally used for respiratory support. Pick what feels right or what you have in your kitchen. Slice it into flat rounds, maybe a 1/4 inch thick. You want good contact with your skin. 1 slice per foot is plenty. Now, here's the important part. Place that slice on the arch of your foot. This is the sweet spot, the most nerve endings, the best absorption point. Then pull on an old sock to hold it in place. Use a sock you don't mind potentially staining because onion juice can leave marks. Do this right before bed. Let it work all night while you sleep. In the morning, take off the sock, remove the onion, and wash your feet. Throw the onion away. It's done its job. Fresh slice each night if you're doing this regularly. Simple as that. No fancy equipment. No expensive products. Just you, an onion, and a good night's sleep. But I want to mention something important here. This isn't for everyone. If you have very sensitive skin, you might experience some irritation. If you're allergic to onions, obviously, skip this. If you have open cuts or wounds on your feet, wait until they heal completely. And here's something else. If you're on blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor first. Onions have natural properties that affect blood flow, and you want to make sure everything works together safely. Also, be prepared for your bedroom to smell like onions in the morning. Just open a window. The smell clears quickly. Some people actually find the smell comforting after a while. It becomes associated with that good sleep and that refreshed morning feeling. Your partner might need some convincing at first. Mine did. But when they see how you feel the next day, they usually come around. Some even start doing it themselves. Let me share something else that surprised me in my research. There are specific points on the bottom of your feet that traditional medicine connects to different organs. The arch connects to your digestive system. The ball of your foot links to your lungs and chest. The heel relates to your lower body and circulation. When you place an onion slice that covers much of your foot's surface, you're essentially making contact with multiple reflex points at once. It's like a gentle, overnight reflexology session. This might explain why people report such varied benefits. Better breathing, easier digestion, less overall achiness. The onion isn't targeting one thing. It's supporting the whole system through these interconnected pathways. Now, I know some of you are thinking, this sounds too simple. How can an onion in my sock do all this? And honestly, that skepticism is healthy. We live in a world of complicated solutions, expensive treatments, pills with long names and longer side effect lists. Sometimes we forget that healing can be simple, that our great-grandparents managed just fine with what grew in their gardens. The body is remarkably good at healing itself when we support it with the right things. An onion costs maybe 50 cents. 50 cents for a remedy that's been used for hundreds of years. That requires no prescription. That has no dangerous side effects for most people. That works while you sleep. Compare that to the complicated, expensive world of modern health solutions. I'm not saying one replaces the other. I'm saying there's room for both. And sometimes the old ways deserve another look. My aunt is still going strong at 82. She still puts onion in her socks when she feels something coming on. She still swears by the old remedies her mother taught her. And you know what? She's outlived a lot of people who dismissed those old ways as nonsense. Maybe there's wisdom in what our elders knew. Maybe it's time we listened a little more carefully. So here's what I want to leave you with tonight. You have permission to try something strange. You have permission to experiment with your health in gentle, safe ways. You have permission to trust the wisdom that kept humanity healthy for thousands of years before modern pharmacies existed. Tonight, before you go to bed, consider grabbing an onion from your kitchen. Slice it up, put it in your socks, see what happens. Pay attention to how you sleep. Notice how you feel in the morning. Give it a few nights before you judge. Your body might surprise you. It might be waiting for exactly this kind of simple, natural support. Give your body the support it deserves with this simple, ancient remedy. Are you trying it tonight? Tell me in the comments. And if you liked this, you'll love the video on your screen right now. Click there, and I'll see you in the next one.